Backrooms podcast episode. Take one. And we're recording.
Hey guys, this is your doula Hannah, and you're listening to Holy Shit, We're Parents, the podcast where I, as a birthing and early child care professional, talk about making babies, birthing babies, and trying not to lose our minds raising them, with my ADHD only child husband who has never cracked a parenting book, Justin.
Hello. Or shall I say, good evening.
Holy shit, we're holy shit, we're holy shit, we're parents. You wanna?
Because we're speaking spooky tonight.
Yeah, tell our lovely listeners what we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah, we found some time opening weekend, and I did that because it was like last week. We have not found the time to record since finding the time to go see the movie till right now. But opening weekend, we went and saw Backrooms, and spoiler alert, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it too.
But before we get into all that, you've got some stuff prepared for us. What about just history of Backrooms? Do you have anything about just like Kane? And,
Yeah, a little
him?
bit
All
of
right,
both.
cool. Because like I think he is just a cool story alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure as a lot of people probably know, dude kind of like literally like grew up not only in the Backrooms but like an architect of the Backrooms.
Yeah, like basically created the internet lore.
Yeah, well, a lot of what we know.
Yes.
And it's funny because I've seen a lot of quote unquote backroom architects trying to claim certain things in comments and on other like liminal space things that I just follow that's not specifically backrooms related, and they're just getting ripped the fuck apart.
I was gonna say, yeah, did you make a fucking movie, bro?
No, dude, everybody's like, okay, 200 followers, no videos.
Yeah, like, come on, guys.
Yeah. So, did not create the Backrooms, but dude knows them like the back of his hand.
Yes.
And I guess in the sense that you partially make the back of your hand. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll stop shitting. I'm just really excited because I love just like liminal space horror in general. I love like creepypasta internet based horror. Like another podcast I listen to, Diluti, Don't Look Under the Internet, like covers all this shit specifically. We had the fortunate experience of kind of stumbling upon one in its early days with Plushie.
Oh yeah.
So like I love this shit. I am so glad this movie came out. Like, is it exactly what I expected? I don't know. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, spoiler alert, I loved it.
Yeah, and also for anyone listening, we are going to talk details about the movie. So if you haven't seen it and plan on seeing it,
but we have like a history section.
Yeah,
and then we can firmly establish. Okay,
now we're going to talk.
Now
about
we
the
are
movie.
going to talk about the movie specifically.
So if you want to pause there, you can.
Yeah, because I mean there will obviously be overlap because as any movie about something is going to, it's going to encompass the history of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but
Right.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm excited. We've never really done one of these before.
Okay.
So let's go.
So, Kane Parsons, director, was known as Kane Pixels online, which I thought was funny. But he was a teenager. He's barely not a teenager now, I'm pretty sure.
20? Or it was at least 20 when they started making it.
I think so. But when he released his first like full Backrooms short film on YouTube, it was just in 2022. So he was what, like 14 or 15?
I think 14 going on 15 to the best of my knowledge. Like my own.
Yeah. So like young teenager. And
which is insane because that means he was born after these places that are being imitated cease to exist.
Right.
So the fact that he was able to not only like capture but like create in and then like engross so many people with this feeling of a place that it is literally impossible for him to have been
Ever
in unless he is
experienced,
a time traveler.
Right.
Wait, I've never met him. He
Maybe.
might be.
Maybe.
I mean, hey, Kane, not a sponsor of the show, but you could be. So like, I'm just blown away by this kid's creativity, and
Yeah.
like, I don't know anything about his parents or his home life, but if they're in the picture, I hope they're fucking proud as shit.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, even with the start of this first YouTube video, everyone was blown away because his visual effects already looked professional on fucking YouTube as a teenager. The atmosphere he created felt genuinely terrifying.
Kids are fucking insane.
Insanely incredible.
They're insanely smart. Like, I mean, think of the shit that we were getting away with as millennials, and then like add tech. You know what I mean?
Like,
or like think of, I guess, okay, not we were getting away with, because that's not what we're talking about. But think of just like some of the cool shit, I guess, that we had to come up with to entertain ourselves as millennials. And now like give this knowledge of technology and access to like the ability to create this shit, man. Kids are gonna, if given the chance, are gonna make a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, I mean, like 14 or 15, I was smoking weed and probably getting drunk at a like woods party, and this kid was teaching himself filmmaking online.
We were building ramps in my backyard, like out of wood, and then making the dirt track over behind my buddy Scott's.
Yeah, I didn't
in the woods.
That.
Okay.
I went sailing sometimes.
See, but I guess like I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, kids have been doing really cool shit for a long time, and I'm glad people are finally like looking at them and like respecting their ability to accomplish when given the chance.
Yeah, like taking them seriously. I think we talked about one of the producers released a video talking about how everyone assumed that all of these like higher up producers were hired.
They brought on
to,
a bunch.
Actually direct the movie.
They like,
and he was just like, no,
so many
did
producers
not need
on
us
this movie
at all.
Yeah. Dude from the
so
league.
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, like, that's gotta be like even cooler to experience from somebody who has been on the other side of the camera. Not just like, I'm the producer, you know what I mean? But somebody who has been directed, to have them tell you like, bro, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking cool, because he directed him, because he was in it.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't think that's a spoiler.
No, yeah, he was just an actor in the movie.
Yeah, okay.
People do that.
Okay.
But yeah, so some of you, if you don't know what the backrooms are, may be asking,
what are the backrooms?
To get into the original internet lore. So the backrooms began in 2019 when someone without the same following as Kane Parsons posted a photo online showing like
I know like some of this information might have been like generated and given, but I'm not 2019. I don't think it was long enough ago.
Okay, well this was, I guess, what was credited first as backrooms lore.
Oh wait, are you talking about lore or like the actual picture from 4chan that was like there was a sentence? Because
I guess
there was, so my first awareness of the backrooms came from, I was not ever on 4chan or anything like that, but when it made its way to like whatever, I mean, obviously not Instagram, but I think Twitter was still definitely going. There was, social medias that it made its way to, that it was a picture and it said, like, if you're not careful, you might like slip or something and find yourself in the backrooms.
If you're unlucky enough to slip through reality,
yeah,
you end up in a place where there are no exits and no one is coming to save you. Is the one that I found.
Okay, interesting. Because I thought I remembered seeing, and this is my own memory, because like I said, I love.
Yeah, you've always been into internet lore.
Well, yeah, and then specifically when like liminal spaces became a big thing, like I've been watching these videos since like they looked like shit.
Yeah.
Since they looked like PS1 like cutscenes.
Yeah, and like think yellowed wallpaper, fluorescent lighting, beige carpet, endless office, nothingness.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
But somehow these images got out there and went viral, and a lot of that is likely due to the fact that everyone has been somewhere that feels like that in their lives of like our generation. The abandoned office, or like deep inside an office building with no windows, or an empty school hallway, or a closed mall, or like a dying mall, which was so popular around where we used to live back in New York, or like the forgotten conference center, or even like a not in use conference center, like when we had to walk through part of, what was it, the Orlando one, or Dragon Con. I was
Oh
thinking
my God,
Star
anybody
Wars
who's ever been to
Celebration.
Dragon Con in Atlanta, if you've ever like walked through the food court area that's
night.
like attached to the Marriott and shit, where it's like it's supposed to be packed. It's supposed to be crowded, but there's like no signs of abandonment. It's just empty.
Yeah.
And like what's even creepier about that place is that one amazingly delicious, I believe it was a Chinese or Thai restaurant, I cannot remember. That was the only place open. Do you remember?
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
But it had that like yellow glow,
like glitchy lighting,
and like nothing else was open.
Yes.
And I remember going to it being like, is this fucking real? Like, are we at a real place? And then, like, eventually, I think other people, like, you know, in costumes, like, stumbled by or whatever.
Like,
we're like,
shit,
okay.
food.
Yeah. But, like, I think that's why I love it so much, because I have experiences. And growing up in Atlanta, I have been in so many, like, huge, man-made, like, cavernous, like, places.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't even buildings. They're, like, underground areas or just
creepy.
things like that. Like, it's just so cool to me. And I have even, and like, I'm one of those people, I guess, like, I've been abducted. I'm not one of those people. But if you are, let us know, because we want to talk to you on an episode, especially if you're a parent. So I think I have been to the backrooms. Like I've legitimately, like, had feelings and sensations in these places of just loneliness and like emptiness in these areas where people should be, because like I'm somebody who will just walk wherever.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I'm a somewhat good looking white guy, so like people don't hassle
You're
me.
allowed to do that.
Yeah, like I don't agree with it, but I do it. Like, so like I have been in areas that are like not supposed to have people in them at that moment.
Right.
And have been the only person there, and have it even been like where part of the Olympics when I lived in Atlanta, and we went to women's basketball, I think. It was held in this big huge arena, and we were sitting in a spot where I kind of, as a young kid, just like wandered off, and we were in shitty seats, and you could just walk like around the top of this big fucking arena stadium thing. But they were only using a small portion of it, and the other side was all like set up for the gymnastics stuff.
But they weren't doing
But
it yet.
nobody was over there because there was a basketball game going on.
Okay.
So, like, I wandered over there and, like, was not over there long. And this isn't a time I thought I was in the back rooms. This is just a big cavernous space. Actually, Eastern Hills Mall. We'll get into it. And it was just in this huge space that was set up for the Olympic gymnastics.
Yeah.
And not a single person was there. And then eventually, like, a security person, like, yelled over, and it was 96, so, like, nobody gave a fuck.
Right.
And they were just like, yo, can't be over there. Come on back. And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, but, like, so, when I feel like I have actually, like, gone to, and this is just a time I can pretty clearly remember. So let's see. Zoomies was on the same wall and on the same side of that exit hallway as Journeys, right? So we had to take the same, like, back hallway to get to the dumpster.
I was just going to say that exit hallway behind Zoomies is the closest I've ever felt to that.
Yeah, I, at one point, like, went, like, there were, okay, people were leaving.
Yeah.
And you know how you could go out the back of the stores and then to the exit door?
Yeah.
To the exit hallway? I did that, and when I went into the exit hallway, there should have been people there because I heard them, but there was nobody there. It was just that fluorescent hallway.
Super yellow.
With just a metal
weird.
door on one end and a metal door on the other end.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if you let that one door shut behind you, I'm not sure you can, like, get back in, at least without a key, which I didn't have. So I'd, like, grab it and go back, and I just went back into Journeys and just, like, went out the front. And then down the hallway the other way.
My experience with that hallway was leaving one night and forgetting something, or just, like, maybe I was just making sure that I shut the back door to Zoomies all the way. And, like, getting to the end of the hallway, almost outside, and being like, shit, I have to go back. And going back, and it taking, like, twice as long as it should have to get back to the store. And just being like, why am I still walking? Like, this isn't that big. It was so weird.
Yeah, you said that gave me, like, goosebumps on this whole side of my body.
Hated
because that was, like, how I felt. Like, there were times where even just coming from, like, the mall to the parking lot down that stretch.
Yeah.
You would feel like it would extend.
Yeah.
And, like you could almost feel like you could, like, see it
happening. Yeah, it was
going,
weird.
And it would almost feel like somebody would have to open another one of those doors to, like,
snap you out of the panic. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Because, had a very similar experience in that same hallway.
Yeah, so, like, that makes me love it. Like, because, like, makes me wonder, like, you know, what if I had not gone back and I had gone through one of those other doors?
Yeah, would you have been stuck there forever?
Creepy.
I mean, but yeah, like, the backrooms are this just, like, familiar but wrong feeling space. Yeah.
I like how they described it in the movie, but I don't think we can get into that yet.
Yeah, no, we'll save that quote.
But, like,
it's a perfect quote.
Yeah, and I'd not heard that before. But again, like, I'm not a big reader of the Backrooms lore because, like, my infatuation is liminal space.
Right.
So I love the videos that these creators make. My favorite, I wish I had it just, like, pulled up and ready to go, but I don't. You know, the dude with the tile, and there's a big, like Greco statue face.
Yeah.
That it just stalks you.
Ooh.
And, like, everything's wet and tile, and sometimes you actually have to jump into the water, and the waters just go on forever, but also not, because you can see that you're still inside and it's all surrounded by white tile.
Ugh.
And, like, sometimes in the waves, there's just, like, a face just there all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then they won't be. And then, like, the perspective of the camera jumps into the water because it has to swim over there. And you're like,
no.
And then it goes under the water and you can see face. Oh, dude. Oh, I fucking love that creator. I will find out and put in their social medias in my hand here.
And I do have some notes about like the psychology of liminal spaces and why they're so creepy and like freak us out or like unsettling. So liminal space is a place that is meant to be transitional. Like we talked about, that food court at Dragon Con is meant to have a bunch of people in it, moving through, not staying.
And it itself is basically like a glorified hallway,
right,
that was made into a food court, because it's pathways, it's underground pathways between hotels and office buildings. I'm pretty sure because it's hot as fuck in Atlanta and people in suits don't want to go outside.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's other examples of liminal spaces are hallways or airports or waiting rooms, hotel corridors, school cafeterias.
Ooh, yeah.
Or even empty playgrounds. Like playgrounds at night are very creepy. But
see, I don't. Not to me, because we had to hang out at them.
Oh, I did that too, but I was just creeped out the whole time. But like these spaces are designed for, again, people to move through, not stay in. So your brain goes into them expecting activity, expecting like other humans, and just like a ruckus, basically.
Yeah.
So when that disappears and there's just this nothingness, it's extremely unsettling and like sounds alarm bells in your brain.
I mean, I guess for some people, I very much enjoy. Well, I guess I enjoy the way it unsettles me.
Oh, I hate it.
Because it's like, it's non-threatening in its like nature. Oh shit, we've already been going this long. Okay, we gotta hurry up. Sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
And like, what makes the back rooms as a liminal space scary is like, there's barely a monster in these spaces usually. Like, it's not traditional horror with a ghost or a killer or
entities have long been a part of the lore, but they're not like, they're
part of the environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they are not typically, you are not able to interact with them in the way that you think you should be.
Yes.
Or they're interacting with you in a way that is inappropriate for how they're behaving.
Yes.
Like, there's one entity that is just like super happy and like laughing and rips you apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, love that. And like that, it's disorienting that like, wait, that thing shouldn't be able to do that, or that thing's behavior doesn't match its appearance.
Yeah. Or like, entities in the space use the space to distort you, and like use themselves in the space to distort and disorient. So like, you could potentially think this entity is not near you and it's far away, but it's just like the way that it is oriented in the space, and then it's right there.
Yeah. It's so creepy.
Yeah, and like, what I love about a lot of the creators is that they don't rely on jump scares. So when they happen, they're like
extra
earned.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Because there's often like they tease, and like, of the good ones, like, they get you, because they'll create videos that don't have a scare in them at all. It's just unsettling.
Yes.
So you could be watching 2 or 3 videos and they will lull you into this sense of like, you are just in this space, like almost like you would if you were wandering around and getting disoriented and forgetting,
like, isolated.
Yeah. And
creeped.
Then like, boom. And it's just like, fuck, you got me.
Yeah. Well, sweet. That's all I have for like our lead up before we get into talking actual movie.
Okay.
details.
I just want to acknowledge that there are a lot of not only backroom specific but liminal space creators out there. And if you have seen the backrooms, or if you have not seen it yet but you've seen the previews and they interest you at all, seek out these creators on Instagram or TikTok or whatever people are using, because there is a lot of really cool shit, and there's a lot of things in the movie that will be cooler if you already kind of like this shit.
Yes.
All right, so I guess perfect. We can pause for a little break, and when we come back, we are going to be discussing the movie. So heavy spoilers. To be fair, as much as I can remember, and you'll find out why, not because I was super stoned, actually. I went into this way more clear-headed than I've gone into any movie in my adult life. And I guess, little teaser, left the most disoriented
Oh my God.
I've ever left a movie.
I felt fucked up leaving this movie.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Big holy shit, we're parents.
This episode is brought to you by Booby Superfoods, the real MVPs of postpartum snacks. Whether you're breastfeeding, chasing toddlers, or just need something that doesn't make you feel like garbage, Booby's got you. Get 10% off your order at boobysuperfoods.com/revive and thrive. That's BOOBIE superfoods.com/revive and thrive. Because your boobs and your sanity deserve nice things.
And while Hannah looks that up, I'm going to get comfortable. And boy, will that be easy in my comfort sweats. Comfort sweats. They're very comfortable. Yeah. Do you want to say our promo code?
Comfort.com, comfort.com/Hannah, HANNAH 66030.
There we go.
Holy shit, we're parents.
Meow.
All right,
Wow.
bring us back.
And
All right, do you want to go through a little summary of
yes,
what was
jog
going
my
on?
memory,
Okay.
and I'm going to interrupt the fucking shit out of you, and I apologize.
That's okay.
Cool.
So,
Oh my God. First of all, walking out of this movie, we were in not even a backroomsy-ass feeling Cinemark.
not at all, yeah.
Not a sponsor, but you could be. And I thought we were gonna. I was fucked up. We walked out of this movie into a fucking car meetup, and I still felt like I was all by myself in I don't know where land, and nobody could see me. It was fucking crazy. All right, let's get into
It
it.
absolutely was. So the Backrooms centered on, I would say he was the main character, Clark.
Yeah.
He was a struggling furniture store owner.
I'd say he was a main character.
Yes, fair enough. Struggling furniture store owner, former architect who's
Whoa. He was an architect,
Yeah.
and he was stuck working in that furniture store. And maybe as if his wife had got off her fat ass
All right,
and earned a
all
little
right.
money.
We can't give all the details away.
I guess we can. This is for the
all
people
right,
who have
that's
seen
true.
it.
So his life is quietly falling apart. His marriage is failing. He's drinking too much. He's haunted by the feeling that he never became the person he wanted to be.
And he is in therapy in 1990, which
He
fucking bravo,
discusses,
Clark.
Yeah, these frustrations with his therapist, Dr. Mary Clay.
In 1990. I just want to
Yeah.
highlight that.
I
Good
didn't
for
even
this
think
guy.
about that. Good for him.
No, I was going to say that was one of my things where I was like, okay, he wasn't alive then.
Yeah.
He definitely
Nobody would have been in therapy then.
No.
Not an
and
alcoholic
definitely
man.
not the character they portrayed him
Right.
as. Yeah. So, and like I could definitely tell that he had input from older people as far as like the therapist having her like videos or
Oh my
audio
God,
tapes.
her video commercials for her book.
And oh yeah, it was a book, yeah. And like just like all of that felt pretty on point. But the fact that A, it was an actual therapist making those, and B, that there was somebody actually going to therapy, I was like, eh.
Yeah,
but
that's not how it
robbed nothing
right
from my experience.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more about that now than I did then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about it then.
Uh.
That's funny. So Clark is living in his furniture store
That
because
reveal
of his failing marriage.
was awesome.
That was so perfect. Because there's the part where he has the electrician come and he's like, we lose power in random parts of the store at night. The whole time he kept saying it, I was like, how the fuck does he know?
Yeah, and I was like, well, why is there power on?
Yeah, because he was living there.
But like my brain filled in the blanks, and I was like, I mean, like alarm system. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. All I kept thinking was just like, how does he know that? Like, there's not monitors like there is now that would be like, oh, you lost power in this exact part of the store.
Yeah.
So anyway, being in the store at all times is kind of how he discovers this entrance.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a warehouse furniture store that has a basement showroom?
No.
I have.
That would scare the shit out of me.
It didn't. It was odd. It was in Atlanta, and they had like this area where there was just a bunch of like flea market buildings and then like warehouse space and shit like that.
Yeah.
And the upstairs was like just like the appliances, so there was just like fridges everywhere and then shit like that. And then you went downstairs and it was their showroom for the furniture. You know what I mean? There wasn't a lot of like inventory.
Yeah.
But it was where all the stuff was like set up and stuff.
So it was like exactly like this place.
Well, it was more set up than that was.
Okay.
Like in the movie, it was pretty barren and it almost looked more just like storage. But,
yeah.
Yeah. But no. But in the sense of it was just this like overly fluorescently lit because there's no natural light coming into it. Like basement, pretend living spaces. Very similar in that sense.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
No, I feel like the only store I could think of with a vibe like that in the basement area was that thrift store we talked about that we've been to that definitely has.
Which
like,
again, we've talked about feeling like going down there and like being the only person down there and feeling like you are somewhere else until like another person comes down or like something like breaks that, like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like shatters that illusion of just like,
Yeah. That place is, unsettling.
Cool.
And again, it has a lot of like furniture, but not set up in familiar ways, or like some of it is set up, but some of it's just stored
like
there. Yeah, and it's just like weird random stuff, and then like electronics from every decade an electronic has existed. It's just such a weird thing. Yeah.
So, our buddy Clark, discovers this entrance to the back rooms, and what did you call it? No clips through the wall.
Goes through the wall.
That's so weird. And I thought for sure, I was like, okay, this is it. He's stuck there, but he was actually able to come back.
Oh, for sure.
Multiple times.
That was the one thing that I was curious what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Backrooms lore is like the only way you can get out is that you can't. Or like you may get an opportunity once you have kind of finally like accepted that you're stuck there. one of the doors might be a way out, but then you still kind of have to go through it.
Yeah. And like believe you're gonna
but you could
that
not.
you are out.
Yeah. But if you don't, that could be your chance gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
which I liked, I didn't like that you could basically just boop, 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 boop with no repercussion.
well, I think that is what like sparked his almost like addiction to keep doing it and keep going further, or like the obsession that came out of this space, because he was like, I can freely do this. I'm safe here.
I think that is like a funny part of it though, because like the safest, like the best defense against the backrooms then is to just not go there.
Right.
Which, I don't really like that. You know what I mean? I like the idea that you go there unbeknownst to you, and like if you're lucky, or if you just happen to do the right like combination of turns, you can get out, but then you can't just turn around and go right back in. You know, like I understand why they did it, and it definitely makes it like the only way you can do anything like found footage or like that, I think. Because otherwise it's like, well, how would somebody know to bring a video camera?
Yeah.
You know,
or who found this footage?
Yeah, well, that's all backrooms found footage has that kind of issue, because it's like, wait a minute, who found this?
Yeah.
It's like if they killed everybody in the village, who told the story?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but I guess one could argue like the backrooms wanted you to find it. So like, did the backrooms?
Well, see, I guess that's another discussion of whether or not the backrooms itself is an entity, which, I mean, there are like, it could be an SCP essentially. So like the backrooms could essentially be alive.
Yeah.
And like every time a person goes through that membrane, it is wiping them, but not like wiping them clean, but like wiping a sense of them into itself.
That's what it seemed like was happening.
Because did you notice when the people associated with the furniture store went through, or they went through with him, there was the pile of furniture right in front of the door. There wasn't there when the therapist went through.
Yeah.
Or when she left. So, like, either they wanted us to notice that he moved it off screen and was maybe the stuff he had set up, but I don't think that's the case.
Right.
Or it was through her walking through, it wiped a sense of who she was. And since she had only been through once, there weren't a lot of her memories there.
Yeah.
And since he had gone in and out, it had a lot of who he was.
Right.
So, I like.
Well, even when
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just talking.
Those employees come in with him. So he becomes obsessed. He tells his therapist about it. She's like, "You're fucking crazy," basically.
Not
in her head.
Even. Yeah, but like to him, she's just like.
She was fairly kind about it.
Okay, like this sounds crazy, but and then he just
it was like you also stopped drinking, so are you sure you're not
having hallucinations
right.
or yeah.
So he hires his own employees to go in with him to try to document, and like the one guy goes into that room with the camera, and his shirt we saw him wearing earlier in the movie is in that room.
With
so
the
it
pile
definitely
of laundry.
like takes from people.
The one thing I would have liked is if it had shown, and maybe it did, and I was just like eating or something at that point, their really creepy, cool, I don't know, like motel or apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
Had been like covered in clothes and messy.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember it showing that.
No, because like, okay, they were kind of alluding to the fact that maybe that was like the collection of clothes of other people who have been into the back rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then how was his shirt there that he hadn't worn into the back rooms and he was still alive? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I was just like, what is this room? Whose clothes are these supposed to be? Because
right.
a lot of stuff you could kind of tell was supposed to be somebody's.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't have been surprised if that, like, guy sitting at the table wasn't, like, employee's uncle or dad even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just, he never met him, so he didn't know him. So to him, it was just
Okay.
this thing
Yeah.
that is here. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And it's like, are those things created to unsettle? Or are those things created to give a sense of comfort to lure you further into the trap?
right.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's so many unanswered questions.
Which
this.
makes me very excited that I saw that there's not only Backrooms 2 is like ball is rolling,
Okay.
but he's also reaching out and looking for at least one writing partner.
That's
So
pretty
that
cool.
tells me he kind of understands that he's got a lot of ideas and might need help organizing them because he knows how to direct the fucking movie.
Right.
My only gripe with it is like you can tell he was a young kid who was maybe not sure if he was going to get another chance, and he wanted to show that he has a lot of great ideas,
Yeah.
and he fucking does. So I hope now we get to see them all.
Yeah.
Because like he has set up so many great dominoes that I just want to watch fall.
I really love that we saw this in a 4D theater, so our seats moved and
Yeah.
buzzed and
Like
jerked
studded and like
yeah, because I feel like the sound design in this movie was one of its strongest features,
Yeah.
with the like eerie, like constant buzzing
Yeah.
noises and the stuff that I might not have picked up on so easily if I wasn't like literally feeling
Yeah.
the experience.
for
of
sure.
it.
And then like it added to a lot of the senses of like disorientation when the characters would go into like large spaces all of a sudden,
Yeah.
because it had this like woozy wobble about it that it did. Oh my god, yeah. Like it added so much, because even in like the found footage like first person, it like moved and shifted and was just like, it almost felt like being on a Disney ride.
Yeah, it added to the experience so much.
So much. I felt so bad for all the people in the theater not in those two rows.
I do think it's so weird that theater, like, only specific seats are those
Well,
seats.
That one, it only has one like 4DX full theater.
Okay. So
and
there is a full.
It had Mandalorian in it.
Oh, okay.
So I think the rest of them just have
a few rows.
2 rows of D-box seats. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that is the full 4DX seat experience or if they're toned down or what, but I had a fucking blast.
It was great.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite part of the backrooms themselves? Location. So, like, we had, obviously, like, just the hallways, or like the big, like, almost lobby waiting room, but like it felt like you were on like the 15th floor of a high-rise building, but on like the interior of the building, so there were no outside windows where he like walks through
Yeah.
that space.
Okay. No, I think
And then that weird room with the floor opening with all the chairs stacked in it.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly, my favorite one was that space that the doctor got to running away from, like, the big version of Clark, where the stairs were, where it was, like, the inside of the back of all the rooms. So she, like, was going through that house after she had climbed over the couches and had to crawl out that doggy door. And there was that big ledge. And, like, you didn't know how far down it was because something fell and we never heard it crash. And there were those stairs up to that one door. But there was definitely, like, shit up higher past that.
Oh, my God. I forgot all about that.
And that like, felt
internal
very much...
corridor.
Yeah. Like, it was the backside of a bunch of the spaces. Just, like, some of the walls were missing or never created.
I cannot wait to get this on some sort of physical media.
I would have loved to, like, see what those other rooms at each
on
level
VHS.
were.
That would be so fucking cool.
But we couldn't watch it.
Yeah, I got my parents a VHS player. Yeah. So
what was yours?
That one was that was a really good one. I gotta say, we got, like, when we got a nod to the creator that I love when he was running. I think it was either on his way to or out of the Christmas room. When we got to, like, see the tile and, like, hear
like,
the water
space.
Yeah,
that one was definitely the most unsettling.
That
me.
one I think was my favorite.
The wet.
Yeah,
wet.
That's what's so, like, gross.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we're kind of just, like, rambling on here. Do you have more just press through the movie? Like, what happened more, or did we already cover all that?
I mean, I have other details, but I didn't want to just walk through it step by step.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna. So, like, Clark's been going in and out, and then what? Like, misses therapy for a while, and that's what gets his therapist's attention. I can't remember.
He got stuck in there, but somehow left her a message, or no, called her. He was already in there, and it was after his employees had died.
Oh, yeah.
And she got that phone call from him, and he said something like, "I won't be coming back," and that, like, weird monotone voice. So we don't even know if it was actually him or if it was just, like, the Backrooms calling and telling her he wasn't coming back to therapy, but she was like, "What the fuck?" and went to go find him.
Yeah, and saw his car in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And the door was unlocked with all the mail. Yeah.
So that was, and he had, the door into the back rooms outlined in the basement, so she figured that out pretty easily.
Which, again, I was like, I wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah.
It's very marketable, and I get why they did that, but
I wish she would have, like, fucking tripped and fell into it
exactly.
or something.
I wish somebody had.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The reveal of the Backrooms to Clark, I forgot that was
that was
fucking
good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we all have had that, like, you see a light out of the corner of your eye that shouldn't be there, and then you look and it's gone. But if you step back just perfect,
it might still be there.
It might be there. And it might be, like, the seam to a doorway to somewhere else.
I really wish, because, like, they showed us that found footage at the beginning, and they showed us Clark carrying the camera when he was in that room, and he sets down the camera and he's trying to figure out where, man, I can't think of her name right now, but that girl that was in there with him.
Brittany? I don't know.
Something, and, like, the boyfriend had already been dragged out bloody and eaten by something. But she could see him and he couldn't see her.
Oh, yeah, she was on the other side of the wall.
And something picks up the camera and she's screaming behind you. I want that footage. I want to know what happened. Like, I want to see what happened to her, since we only see her body later. Or her
not
head.
even, yeah. Which I didn't like that. They did not
I
need to
didn't
do
like
that.
either.
I would have loved if they had just left her in there and she could have been the star for the second one.
Right. That would have been
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see some of that footage of whatever picked up the camera and what it filmed of Clark.
It was Pirate Clark.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But like,
I did not like.
there was a gap there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that could have been used to fill in.
I really hope there's a director's cut.
Yeah,
first of all.
Me too.
Because I do feel like there were gaps that felt like
something was
studio
there
cuts.
and the studio took it out. Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't get it or they didn't think it was important.
Or they were like, this is your first movie. It can't be more than an hour and 45 minutes long.
Yeah, maybe. Or they weren't confident. Because, I mean, this is bigger than like Slender Man.
Yes.
And I was like, Slender Man is, I think, the first big creepypasta jump over to mainstream. You know what I mean? But like, this movie is like, I don't even think I've like the Slender Man movie. Was it even in theaters?
I don't remember hearing about it in theaters.
So like, I don't know, man. I think they were really nervous because it's not even about anything.
Right. It's just nothing.
It is literally, it is a movie about a place that is nothing.
Yeah.
But it is also everything.
Yeah.
Confusing stuff they did with like the therapist and her childhood and her mom. Like, was there a portal to the back rooms in their house?
Yeah, I didn't quite get that either. Like, clearly her mom was mentally ill. Did it have something to do with going to the back rooms
That's what
and
I was
getting
curious.
out?
And like, or like, not. Like, that's what I didn't understand. And then like, we couldn't, and I guess we don't know because I guess a lot of that was portrayed as like dream, if any of that was even real, because obvious parts of it were sensationalized, and they made a point to like make sure we knew that.
Yeah.
So like every time I remembered it showing her mom, I remember it like having some, at the very end, sensationalized aspect that made you realize like this is not like an accurate memory. You know what I mean? Or this is a memory, not like us being
seeing
taken back
what
in
truly
time.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when like that, like the door
Exploded.
Yeah.
Like what actually happened there?
Yeah. Why was everything arranged in the same or similar fashion as we had been shown the furniture being arranged in the back rooms?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like blocking the doors. That was how we saw.
Yeah, the newspaper
So, like,
all over the windows.
Did the mom work for the company and was taken into the back rooms? Has the company been in there that long? It seems like it.
Right.
Like, I wish we had more found footage of the company.
Yeah.
I wish we had spent more time in like the back rooms just doing nothing. But I get why he was probably not allowed to do that by the studios. But like, that is what the product is.
Right. And it's not really doing nothing. It's building again that isolation, disorientation,
like
the
honestly,
whole base of the horror that is the movie.
It felt like Severance spent more time running around hallways than we got to in the back rooms.
Yes.
And like, I was bummed about that. But I genuinely hope that the sequel is like found footage galore. I hope it's 90% found footage style.
That would be really cool.
Like with little framing devices here and there just to get us back to the found footage.
Yeah.
Would love that. I hope it is just people wandering the back rooms, and I hope we get to spend more time, or like deals are made with other creators to incorporate their already established locations.
Yeah.
Or like we can lean into maybe levels a little bit more, because that's a whole big piece of backroom lore that a lot of people I'm seeing say smartly, but whatever, Kane like steered clear of,
Yeah.
at least for this movie. So like I personally would enjoy getting into like the depth of the back rooms, and not just the sprawling nature of it, because
Okay.
it is both, as we saw.
Yeah.
It clearly showed us, like, that was his kind of nod, like there are levels,
Right.
but we're not doing that right now.
Yeah.
So that, and like that's why I want it on physical media so bad, because I want to go back and just see it again and just have my phone out, but I want to take a picture of that
Yeah. And
And
like try
see-
to zoom in on those
Yeah.
rooms.
and see the different levels and things like that, because like that is where I think the movie wants to be more.
Yeah.
I just think it was forced to exist more in reality to entice casual people in.
Yeah. Yeah. Folks who didn't know, because you could enjoy this not knowing anything about the internet lore,
Yeah.
because it's still that space of like familiarity but wrong. Oh, and we were gonna say the quote, the description of the back rooms.
Oh my God, yeah. Now I'm so far into it, about how it's like a memory of a memory.
Yeah. Or my favorite one was
Oh, that was mine. Yeah.
it's like describing a dog
Oh.
to someone who has never seen a dog, and then asking them to draw a picture of it.
Yeah.
And
They're
they'll
gonna get some things right.
details right, but it won't.
But it won't be a dog.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one too. But I like the fact that they're like, it's a memory of a memory of a memory of a memory, because like it shows when it goes down
Right.
from her living room how we get there. So that is where I kind of thought it was like saying that's what it is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where it's like, here's what happened. Here's the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
All
more
the
you
times it was
remember
remembered, it becomes more distorted.
Yeah, and it becomes this like fake nothing. And maybe that was like the overarching theme of this particular interpretation of the backrooms, is that like your memory cannot be trusted, because it's only ever remembering
The last.
the
time
last
you
thing it remembered.
Yeah. I loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah. Overall, would
give it-
absolutely recommend it.
Yeah,
Would probably go see it again.
I give it 9.5 out of 5 stars for sure.
Kane, I'm sure, would love to hear that.
Maybe he will.
Yeah.
I don't think he has kids. Be a weird podcast for him to listen to.
Yeah. Maybe he'll just like
What if he-
follow us on Instagram.
I don't think so. Maybe somebody will. Maybe anybody will.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Something happened to your leg.
You missed,
All right. Oh, what?
I was just gonna say, if you missed our last episode, go watch the video.
No,
on
this
our
will be out
Instagram.
before that episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Go watch the video on our Instagram.
Yeah.
You can see what happened to my leg.
Yeah. All right. So if you've liked what you've heard, be sure to like, follow wherever you're listening on your podcast platform of choice. If you really liked what you've heard, you can leave us a 5-star review. Otherwise, you can leave us a comment and tell us why you don't want to leave us a 5-star review. You can follow us on the social medias that Hannah was talking about at Holy Shit, We're Parents. I'm at Daddy Muscles. Follow Hannah.
At your doula Hannah.
And don't get stuck in the back rooms.
Holy shit. We're holy shit. We're parents.
Hey, come on down to Holy Shit, We're Parents, the podcast where we be talking about making babies, birthing babies and trying not to lose our minds raising them. And isn't that easy when we're all so comfortable in our comfort sweats? Comfort sweats. They're comfortable. Promo code.
Comfort.com/Hannah, HANNAH 66030.
That's Hannah, HANNAH 66030. Arr. And now back to the show.